I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to make a bi-weekly food calendar for either yourself or a large group of people. And all you need to get started is, for us, a chalkboard calendar and one of these, you know, chalk pens. And if you don't want, I mean, I have kids and draw a lot, so I like drawing in each one. But if you just want to write, you just write. Make sure you pick, you know, each meal that you know how to make. These aren't hard to make. Fish tacos, cheeseburger, banh mi. Maybe that's a little more ambitious. Burritos. We make our own beans and stuff. Pizza. Easy stuff. Stuff you know how to make. And you just write it down on your calendar one day at a time. This is the hardest part, I feel, is like just trying to figure out what you want to eat for the next couple weeks can be a little hard, but just try and figure out, like, some of these are easy. Like, you can just do soup if you know how to make soup with whatever you got in the fridge, or like pot roast if you know how to like riff on some of those, really, really staple recipes that you've done a million times before, like chicken wings, right? Anyway, so once you get everything down, again, it doesn't have any drawings, just write it down in the boxes if you want. And then you're ready for the next step. Okay, so next you want to get a piece of paper. I like to just like fold a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in half, and then put a few categories on it. You got produce, dairy, meat, and miscellaneous. And then what you're going to want to do is just transpose. This is when you're going to want to visit your fridge and kind of look at what you have for these meals. And hopefully while you were writing these out, like, hey, fish tacos, we still have a bunch of those corn tortillas, or we still have some frozen hamburger, or you're kind of trying to figure out what you have and what you don't have. And hopefully you've written down some of these meals of ingredients that you already have, and this is where you're going to write down the ingredients that you don't have. So go ahead and start doing that. And usually you'll just go this is also kind of a hard part, where I find myself just doing a lot of searching, like, oh, did I get everything? So that can be a little bit tricky, but try and just go one at a time and think, do I have everything for that? And go through the recipe in your head, think of all the things that you need, and write down everything you know that you need. All right, so I've gotten this far, and I'll show you kind of how I've gotten to this point. So we started with, we already did fish tacos last night. So cheeseburger is where I started, and banh mi. So I'm starting to fill out those ingredients. So I know I need 2 jalapenos for the banh mi. I need some red onions, usually because we like to do pickled onions with some of our stuff. Regular onions because I like that on my hamburger. Iceberg lettuce, carrots for the banh mi. Cheddar cheese, American cheese. Hamburger times 4, I'll explain that later. Pork, hoisin sauce, sriracha buns, and baguette. So I was able to get those items from just those 2 things, but the multiplications comes in from as you run down the list. So what you do is you say, okay, I just put down jalapenos. Do I need jalapenos on anything else here? Or I just put down red onions. Do I need red onions on anything else here? And if so, you just put a times 2 or times 3. So see, I have times 3 onion, because I'm anticipating onions for pot roast. I'm anticipating onions for other stuff. And then, so like the hamburger is a good one. Like I put down hamburger times 4. And that's because, I have that hamburger. We have haystacks, which for us is sort of like a taco salad with ground beef. Some of the kids like ground beef on it. We got chili, we got tostadas, and meatballs. So I put down 4 because we already have 1 frozen in the freezer, I think. And then pork for the other thing. So we only need 1 pork because we're only doing 1 banh mi night. Anyway, so that's how you fill it out. I'm gonna do the rest. So this is what it'll look like when you're all done, depending on how many people you're feeding for, I guess, but or how much stuff you already have. But so you can see the produce side, dairy side, meat side, and miscellaneous. This tends to be like the center of the store stuff. sometimes if we have gone for a long time without doing a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, we'll have a huge list of like sauces and, you know, I extended it up here. I guess it should start up here and go down. But anyway, that's the completed shopping list for all this stuff. And then when you're, you know, when you're done shopping for all that stuff, you're only spending exactly what you need to make just this food. And we usually do the bi-weekly because it tends to be the sweet spot for all the produce still surviving and existing if you take care of the herbs and stuff. So anyway, I hope that helps. We've been doing this for a few months now, and it's been really, really helpful.